Hi, even though it is a beautiful 79 sunny degrees here in Waller County, Texas, I'm in the mood for my favorite sausage pumpkin soup. And even though it's a great soup for cold wintry days, I like it year round. So I thought I would make it with you. So I want to show you some of the products I'm going to be using to make it. And of course, the main one and the star of the show is the Rock Crock Dutch oven. And this has become one of my absolute favorite products so far. It can be used on the stove unless you have a glass cooktop that has to have a perfectly flat bottom pan, because you can see this is not perfectly flat. I happen to have gas, and on a regular electric cooktop it'll work as well. You can also use it in the oven, and you can use it in the microwave. So I have already browned some sausage, and I'm using the kind that comes in a tube. It's a breakfast sausage, and I used a low fat version. And as I cooked it, I used our mix and chop, which is just great for separating things like ground beef and sausage that I used to sit there and fight with like two wooden spoons to get it cooked properly. So I've already done that. If you're using a higher fat version of the sausage, go ahead and drain it before you go any further, okay? Then I'm going to be using our 5-inch Santoku knife, which is my favorite go-to knife in the kitchen. Comes with a protective guard. And then I'm going to be using our garlic press, which is awesome. And it comes with a tool that you can use to clean the little holes, and it fastens right in the handle so you don't have to worry about losing it. I'm going to be using our quick slice to do the mushrooms, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. I'm going to be using our adjustable measuring spoon set. The large one goes from 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon, and the small one goes from 1/8 to 1 teaspoon. I'm going to be using canned pumpkin in this recipe, which I'm going to open with our smooth edge can opener. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that now to get it open. This is awesome because I really like to use this, especially if I'm not going to use an entire can right away, because it's got a little pincher. I don't know if you can see it, but after you go around the edge, you can just take your top off with that, and there's no sharp edges. And so if I don't use a full can, I can just sort of pop that back on to store whatever it was. So that is the smooth edge can opener. And I've got broth. This calls for 5 cups of chicken broth, or you can use vegetable broth if you prefer. I like to use this better than bouillon for my broth, and that's what I've made. I've just mixed that up ahead of time. So I've got my sausage in there. I need garlic. And one of the cool things about the garlic press is you don't have to peel the garlic. However, the last time I bought garlic, they were like gigantic cloves. So I am going to just pop them in half before I put them in here. And I'm just going to press it right into my pan. Hopefully you can follow me. I guess I can move my pan over a little bit. Let's just do it right here. So I'm just going to press this in, and it pushes the garlic out and keeps the skin in. And then I can use my little tool. I keep a little garbage bowl here and just get the skin of that one out. And then I'm going to put the other half in, do the same thing. Oop, had a piece of skin on there. Okay. And I'm going to use, I like lots of garlic, so I'm going to use another one, which is also too big. Most garlic cloves will fit in here and you won't have to cut them up, but I just had gargantuan garlic cloves this time. Hope everybody's doing okay if you're staying home like you should be. You're probably cooking more than usual, like I like to cook all the time, but I know a lot of people I hear are cooking a lot more than they're used to cooking. So that was 2 big cloves of garlic. Don't need to use that much if you don't like garlic that well. Okay. Then I need onion in here. And I've got part of an onion that I saved in our silicone prep bowls. These come, by the way, in a set of 3 with lids. And these are really cool. They have markings on them. So in a little bit, we're going to use a mixture of sour cream and cream. And I've used the markings on the bowl to combine those 2 right in there. These can be used in the oven and in the microwave. They go in the dishwasher. They have lids. They're pretty cool. Okay, so I have an onion, and I just going to take a couple of chunks of onion, and I'm going to chop them up with our chopper. And if you don't already use like a prep mat, these mats are awesome. They're called the flexible mat set, and they come 3 in a package, and they come with a silicone backing so it doesn't slide on your countertop. And what I really like about them is I can just pick it up and put my whatever I've just chopped right into my pot. Okay, so I have garlic, I have onion, I need mushrooms, and I'm going to use our quick slice for that. This has like V-shaped cutters. It's great for so many things. Later on, I'm going to post in the party group that I have going a video that shows you how to use it. It's great for like hard-boiled eggs, great for tomatoes. So I've put some mushrooms on. I like mushrooms. I'm going to put another couple mushrooms in there. And by the way, I did not wash the mushrooms, but I did brush them. I use a small, gentle vegetable brush to brush off what I might not want to be included with the mushrooms. Okay, so that is the quick slice. So I also want some Italian seasoning. I'm going to use a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. I'm going to put my broth in here. This is our batter bowl, and it's great for something like this. I have one that I gotten years ago, probably Walmart or someplace, but every time I try to pour from it, it seems like it spills everywhere. This one does not do that. And this is our mix and scraper that I've used to mix it up and put it in there. So I'm going to get this cooking. I'm sorry I don't have like the expensive cooking show cameras that can come and look over the pot here for you, but I'm just going to tell you how we're going to do the rest of this. So I'm going to let that cook for a little while because I want the flavorings to all get absorbed. And if you prefer your mushrooms, I really love mushrooms, so I like them just sliced. If you prefer them chopped, you can chop them. You can either use the chopper or the knife, whatever you want to do. So I need my pumpkin in there also, which I already opened with the smooth edge can opener. And I'm just going to scoop the whole can in there. Now this is not pumpkin pie filling. This is solid pack pumpkin. And if you have your own pumpkins and you're doing this in the fall, you're going to use about 2 cups. So just blend that in nicely. Now you just want to get it heated through, and then I usually turn it down to simmer and let it simmer for a little while. And once everything is nice and hot and it's simmered, I'm going to use a 1/2 cup of sour cream and a 1/2 cup of cream. Now, I am fortunate enough to have a local dairy farmer nearby where I go and buy fresh raw milk. And I let it set overnight, and then I use a turkey baster to pull off the cream, and I get well over a pint of cream from a gallon of milk. If you're not fortunate enough to have a dairy farmer nearby, you can just use regular, like heavy whipping cream. And if you're trying to cut down on the calories in this, go ahead like I did and use the lower fat sausage. And you can use 1/2 and 1/2. I wouldn't recommend plain milk, although you probably could. And then sour cream, you can either use full fat sour cream or you can use a reduced fat sour cream. So I like to mix the sour cream and cream together, and then I'm going to blend it in after that's hot, not just shortly before I serve it. I'll blend it in and let it warm up so it's thoroughly warm, and serve it. And this soup really stays nice. Even after you've cooked it and added the cream and sour cream, you can reheat it easily and it freezes well also. So I am going to not add this right now. I'm going to let that simmer for a while, but I will post the actual recipe after the video so you guys can see it. And if you have any questions about any of the Pampered Chef products, or you need a different version of the recipe, just feel free to private message me. Okay, I gotta go because I'm gonna finish the soup and I'm gonna eat it. See you guys.